Toot, toot. Eh. Hello, everybody. We are live
Yeah.
tonight because we are announcing a new literacy campaign. I guess that's one way we'll see it.
Yeah.
Initiative.
Initiative.
Yes, and I'm here with my friend Donna Banks, who's the founder of the Fresh Book Festival. Hi, Donna.
Hello.
And we are so excited to announce the International Great Black Read Aloud Day.
Yay.
And yay!
Excited about it.
Isn't
Excited.
it exciting? I am like truly thrilled. Just
So my colleague friend Angie Ransom Jones, shout out to my girl Angie, called me about 2 weeks ago, and she said, "Donna, could you do a read out loud for me in March?" And I was like, "Okay." For Women's Day, okay. And then a week later, you said, "Donna, can we do a great Black Read Out Loud Day?" I said, "Yeah, but let's make it international." Because we ain't got nothing better to do. So let's just make it the International Great Black Read Aloud Day.
absolutely.
Like,
We're
no,
just,
don't do anything small. Let's go big. Go
let's
big
go
or go
big.
home.
And not one day. You're like, let's do different days.
Yeah.
So
It's a different
yeah, we are really excited about this.
excited.
Um,
Yes.
Fresh Book Festival has their motto is literacy is a legacy.
Legacy, yes.
And
Yeah.
I think historically we saw something at inauguration, the United States of
Mhm.
America's inauguration with our National Youth Poet Laureate, Amanda Gorman,
Yes.
reading. And um, I think it was just so inspirational. I thought, like, what if everybody is out here reading, particularly things written by Black people? There's so much literature written by people of color,
Absolutely.
and all across
Mhm.
the African diaspora. So we just really want people from around the world to read something written by someone who's Black. Um, you don't have to be Black to read, but it's nice. We want to
Yeah,
encourage
no,
Black
we're not.
people
We're
to
not. We're
read.
not eliminating anybody who doesn't have melanin.
Yes, we're
We're
not
not
even,
doing
yeah.
that. We're not doing
But
But what
we
we would like is that you read from authors who are Black. It is Black History Month. And so we would like to give them, you
mhm.
a platform during the 28 days of February.
Yes. And although we know that, we celebrate Black history here in the US in the month of February, we know that African history is world history.
Right.
And so we are actually thrilled about everyone from around the world reading from literature written by Black people.
Well,
And
we were really surprised during the book festival to hear from our colleagues in the United Kingdom about
yes,
how they had been publishing, people of color publishing since the 1800s, right?
yes,
So, and we were unaware of that on that, as they call it, that side of the pond. But even that is enough to want you to reach out and say, "Tell me more about your history, and we'll tell you more about ours," because it really is very connected, right? And so, why not read out loud?
yes. And so the joy of reading out loud is that you're able to get everybody involved, right? You can get your kids to read aloud. You can get yourself to read aloud. A lot of times we read silently,
Right.
just as a matter of reading, but every now and then it's good to take some time to read aloud. You really hear and you can put the emphasis on things. And
Mm.
so we're just encouraging that
Yeah.
all around the world.
Yeah.
Pick
And it
up
doesn't
books.
really does it have to be a book, or can it be a screenplay?
It
Because
could be a story.
it
It
can
could
be
be an article. It could be we just want to be by somebody who's
right.
Black.
Right. because you know our friend, our colleague Booker T. Madison wants to read something from his new manuscript, so we really want him to be involved. And I'm not sure where that fits in this day, but we're going to find him today.
Well, there's a lot going
Yeah,
on
yeah,
every day. We have something every single day, a different type of genre or subgenre that we are promoting on that day.
exactly.
And there is something his script belongs on one of these days. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
yeah, I'm sure he's going to find it.
It belongs on one of those days. Probably
Hey,
several of
listen,
them.
he might not even care about what the day is. He may read it.
Not Booker, he could just probably
Yeah,
pick
he
like
just reads it anyway, so. I'm sure he will find a day. But I'm just saying that it's not
yeah,
just about novels. You know, if you have a good article you want to read, if you want to read
absolutely.
something about, you know, Black history way back in the day, anything. We just want people to read out loud to your children, have your children read out loud to us
Yes.
on camera, and whatever they want to read. If it's Dr. Seuss, who's one of my favorites, it's the only tattoo that I have. You know, let them read that because children might not have Black authors, right?
Hmm.
So, but if you do, and we do know quite a few, so if you do have a children's book by a Black author, please have them read it out loud.
Yes. We're truly, I'm really so excited about this. I really just can't. Um, thrilled is mild about how I
Right?
feel about this. Thrilled is mild.
Because it's
And
at the beginning. This will be the first time, but the next time it will be even bigger. And it doesn't necessarily have to be on in February. It can be
mhm.
anytime.
Any
Because
random day throughout the year, I'm thinking for the rest of the year beyond February. We just call it International Day of
read
Reading,
out
right?
loud. Right. Stuff like that. And because of Ladero Design Works, anything that you do will be put on at least 10 other platforms. So what you read will be heard pretty much across the United States and in the UK. So we want you to know that it's not just about your little circle of friends. This is going to go international, and we really want you to be a part. It's just something we should do. It's just something we should do.
It really is.
It really is.
We do want you to follow us on social media
Yeah.
at Black Read Aloud. We have the handle Black Read Aloud on Twitter and Instagram. And as soon as I can get Facebook to let
Act
me
right.
invite everybody, we'll be Black Read Aloud.
Yeah, right. And so, and then I believe it's on my Facebook page and it's on
Yes.
my website. You can go and look at the flyer. What we want you to do is when you open up, you can do it on Zoom, you can do it on Facebook Live, you can do it on StreamYard, you can do it on any platform that you have. And we want to, there's just a few things we want you to do first. We want you to announce the title of the literature,
Mm-hmm.
identify the author,
Mm-hmm.
identify yourself, of course, read for 5 to 7 minutes, and don't forget to tag the video, the International Great Black Read Aloud Day, and tag ITIGBRAD. And all that's on the flyer so you can see. It's going to be an amazing thing. I just think it's even the families can read aloud together. So we're not saying you can't do it more than 7 minutes.
Absolutely.
You can read aloud as long as you want, because if you want to pass the book, so say you're doing a Black author and you do a page, your husband does a page, or your significant other does a page, your children do a page. It doesn't have to be 7 minutes. It just has to be a situation where everybody is reading out loud.
And we really want to just make sure that, we are doing this for educational purposes. So fair use in terms of copyright. Obviously we don't want you reading everybody, a whole book by someone. But,
Yeah,
you
those are
know,
the
read a passage, read
Right.
a chapter, all in the interest of fair use and for educational purposes. We want to educate the world about all of the different literature written by Black people. Sometimes people think, oh, there's no one Black who writes fantasy. Yes, there is. And, there is no one Black who does this or writes about gardening. Yes, there is. There is someone. And so we've got every day in February, we have something for you to pick, to read.
Right.
Every day there's a genre. You can read every day if you want to.
Yes.
But we do want to encourage you to pick a topic, find a Black author, and read something written by that author in on that particular topic. Okay. We are truly, truly excited. So we've got everything from fantasy to travel to mystery to erotica to love and romance. You could read poetry, you could read, it doesn't matter.
About marriage, you could read
Marriage,
about
raising
sports.
children, health and wellness, everything. We've got it all.
And if you decide that for some reason you don't have a platform to read from, just make sure you email me at freshbookfestivals with an S at gmail.com, and we will get you zoomed in somehow to help you read during the International Great Black Read Along Day. We want to make sure that there are no barriers for people who really want to be involved.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We are truly excited about this.
So
And
when they come on, they're reading and they tag, can they share with their friends and family?
yes, we encourage you to share with your friends and family. We want you to tag, as it says on screen, the International Great Black Read Aloud Day. That seems like a long hashtag.
Right.
But we really, really want everybody to know that Black people have a voice, and we put words on paper, whether it's in a short article or a long form book or a screenplay. Tag it the International Great Black Read Aloud Day, or tag it and TIGBRAD for, of course, the International Great Black Read Aloud Day. And
the book clubs, whatever book you're reading for the month, get someone from the book club to read a passage from that book and share it with us. I think there are tons and tons of book clubs across the nation, and I don't think everybody's reading the same book. But if you're reading a book by a Black author, please be a part of this, and just take one of your members and ask them to read a passage from what you're reading right now.
yes.
And so, and the other thing is, if in fact it is marriage day and you can't do it that day, please don't not do it because we have it scheduled for the 21st of February. Just pick a day. This is just something we wanted to make sure that we covered all genres and we didn't want to leave anybody out. But if that day is not good for you, then pick another day that might be close, like purpose and passion or love and romance. So it doesn't necessarily have to be on marriage day in order for you to read out loud.
Yes. We just want you to read aloud. So the interesting thing is, as I told you, Donna, when I went to Google to see if the hashtag was for something else, and Google asked me, "Do you mean Black people are loud?" I said, well, yeah. But what I really want to know is this hashtag being
available.
used, Black read aloud.
And I don't think it's because we're purposefully loud. I think when you grow up in a family where maybe grandma's hearing aid didn't work quite right, or
Mhm.
your mother and father's hearing aid didn't work quite right,
Or she refused, or
work
maybe she
quite
refused to get a
right,
hearing
right,
aid.
exactly. Yeah, I need a hearing aid. So, and you're all in the kitchen, and that's just how we talk. It has nothing. It just has to resonate through the whole house, so everybody knows what you're talking about.
You have to make your voice heard,
Yeah,
right?
to make your voice heard, right? Especially
You
when you
know, if
got
you're
20
from
people.
a family of 7, 4, 5, 7, 9, 12 kids, you got to be heard some kind of way, right?
Gotta be heard. So yeah, we're loud, but we're loud for a really good reason, just because we
Yeah.
all love each other and
And so
want
we're going to
to.
take those loud voices and read aloud
Read
this
aloud.
month. And so we want you to go and like our page, the International Great Black Read Aloud Day, and share the flyers with your family and your friends. Share it on your page and find something to read.
Yeah, my erotica sister from Indonesia, I expect to see you reading out loud.
Absolutely.
Expect it,
Absolutely.
yes. Well, let's just be serious. There's not a lot of
Mhm.
black erotica writers. They're not as many as most people would think. So erotica might be a little different. So maybe not all black people, but we want you to read erotica.
Yes. There's something for everyone.
Something for
Um, the
everyone.
world of literature is really wide open. There's space to read something. There's space to write something. Get that story out of your head and get it on paper. There is space out here for you.
Well, let's talk about cookbooks. So, would we want that person to read the recipe out loud? Is that what we would want? I think so.
I think absolutely. I think if there is a real, I don't see why not.
I think if you have a cookbook and there's a favorite recipe that you would want to share with
Hmm.
everyone, please take a moment and read it that day. I don't know what day we would do it, but whatever day you want, really. Purpose and passion, because you have to be passionate to cook. Cooking is a
Yeah.
passion, right?
As my
Most
grandmother told one of my cousins, like I told him, you can't cook everything on fast and high. Cooking takes time.
You got to be passionate about it, and I think that would be a good day. There are all kind of other days that you could do it with gardening, because a lot of people use herbs and spices
Yes.
to cook with. So many days. February 1st, which is tomorrow, is fantasy. So if you have a fantasy book on your shelf, pick it up, find a page or two that interests you, and read it, especially if it's from a Black author. The second day is adventure. Now, everybody has a Black adventure book, I'm sure, on their shelf. So make that the first thing you do in the morning. February 3rd is Children's Day. So any children who have books, please read them out loud to us during the International Great Black Read Along. Well, it's a month, really, but we have something for you to read every day.
Every day. Every day.
So nice. So nice.
It really
Exciting.
is.
Hmm.
So, well,
So,
everybody, that is it. Anything else, Donna?
no, the International Great Black Read Along Day is something that we're going to continue to do, hopefully maybe once a month. But for February, we want to do it every day of the month. And
Mhm.
please just open a book, put yourself on camera, and read out loud. You can do it on your phone, right? They can read on your phone and
Go on your
download it
phone.
and download it to Facebook. We just don't want any barriers to you guys reading out loud. So if you have a barrier, let us know and we will take care of it.
All right. This has been the introduction of the International Great Black Read Aloud Day.
Yay!
Yay!
Literacy is a legacy, y'all. And we got to make sure that if we don't leave anything else behind, make sure that the people behind you can read.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We know that there have been reports about the impact of the pandemic upon children
Mhm.
and reading. And so we want to help everyone as much as we can, um, to generate and keep going a love for reading.
Yeah.
Get your kids involved. Don't let them fall behind because they may not be in a classroom. Generate the interest, read along with them. This
Mm.
is, we have plenty to offer, and so do our children. And I think there are many Amanda Gormans out here, right?
Oh,
And
well,
we
that was
want
proven during
to,
MLK when all those children joined us to say how they felt about Dr. Martin Luther King. And so we know we have some orators out there
absolutely,
who are
absolutely.
willing and ready to have their say. So let them do it.
All right.
We challenge you. We
We
challenge
challenge you.
the Boys and Girls Club. We challenge the book clubs. We challenge our authors. We challenge our friends and family to read out loud during the month of February. We appreciate it.
So whether you are in America, whether you are in Canada, whether you're in the UK, whether you're in Nigeria, whether you're in South Africa, whether you're in China, Korea, Japan, stationed in Hawaii, stationed in the Philippines, whether you are in Chile, whether you're in
Wherever.
Brazil, whether you're in Jamaica, whether you are in Barbados, we encourage you to read
Read out loud.
aloud.
Thank you
See
very
you
much,
later, y'all.
everybody.
Thank you, Donna.
Bye. Thank you. The great
Bye.
International Black Read Aloud Day. Join us starting tomorrow with fantasy.
Yay!
Yay.
Good
Good
night,
night.
everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Listen to you tomorrow.
Listen to you tomorrow, right?